dealing with that, and I will be doing the ethics in sports organizations discussion. The first question I will be answering is, what three elements are presented in an ethical dilemma? And uh, the three elements include important values come into conflict, the decision making, and manager must choose between values, and multiple stakeholders will be involved most likely, and consequences will exist for all of them. And I'll say a sports example, a good sports example would be when a head coach takes credit for all the work that they do instead of giving out praise to everybody else who helps in that situation. It's like the general manager or the owner or the assistant coaches. But instead, the coaches had, let me rephrase that, the owner getting all the credit for all the work that they do, because the owner isn't the only one making the decisions. They're the main decision maker, but they're not the only one who helps with decisions. The head coaches has an influence in the decision. The assistant coaches have a decision, an influence in their decision. General managers. So I'll say that a good example will be when the owner of the team or organization takes all the credit for all the moves that they made to win a championship. So that will be my example. My number three is naming is explain the four levels of corporate social responsibility and give a sports industry example. So the four levels are economic, which is the lowest level, legal, which is the second, ethical, which is the third, and philanthropic is the last level. And I would say these four levels are very important because they all coincide with each other. The first level is economics, and it talks about the business responsibility is to be profitable, which is for economics. The second level is legal, which includes the obligation to obey the law. The third is ethical, which stands for basically doing the right thing and avoiding harm towards not only to your employees but to consumers as well. And the fourth is philanthropic, which stands for helping out the community and helping society out in terms of responsibilities. And I'll probably say a good example of this would be I'm trying to think of a good example. I really can't think of one, but I'll say a good example would be the Black Lives Matter movement, I would say, because it does involve economics, it does involve legal actions, it does involve ethics, obviously, and it does help out the community. And I say the Black Lives Matter movement of 2020 is a good scenario to use because it does involve all four of these measurements. And we've seen some companies use that Black Lives Matter movement to profit off of and make money, like Nike that had commercials about the movement and how it has helped shape the community and stuff. So I'll probably say that is a good example. And the fourth one is to explain the concept of society, a sport as a mirror of society. And they go hand in hand because as a sports manager, you also deal with ethical issues, racial issues, and economical issues and illegal issues. And that's the same thing as society. You also deal with certain scenarios in which you have to make important decisions on whether or not it's the right thing to do, or if it's good for your business, or if the community will support your decision, and if the community will buy into that cause. So I probably say those two going hand in hand. And sports managers also do go through the same things that society goes. It's just that we only talk about it because they supposed to handle it, and society as a whole, we have the government to help us handle certain situations. So yeah, and that is all for today, and I want to thank you guys, and thank you for the video.